We are here real, raw, and live. Guys, this is gonna be an awesome show. We were just talking before we went live, and there's gonna be some really cool stories here.
All right.
Deal? You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. You are a personal trainer.
Yes.
And if this place looks familiar, we've been here. My good friend Priscilla owns this.
Yes.
And congratulations, she just got married, right?
Yes, she did.
So awesome, congratulations. So well deserved.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about her because we were mentioning her and what we both noticed from the second we met her.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about that because how you even got here is a really cool story. I want you to introduce yourself and let us know where you're from and where you're living now.
So I'm Cierra, and I'm a personal trainer at P3 here in Temecula. Originally, I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, were you born there?
Yeah.
And so you were born and raised?
Born and raised.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for going on 4 years.
And you're loving it?
Oh, I love it.
Right.
I spent a little bit of time in New York, in the East Coast for a little bit.
Atta girl.
And I loved it there too.
It's a different world though,
so
isn't it?
different.
Because I'm from Jersey.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yes, you did.
Yeah. So, born and raised in Seattle. Spent how much time in New York?
A little less than a year.
Really? In Manhattan?
No, I was in Jersey, and then I worked in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. So you're a personal trainer now. Have you always been an athlete?
Always been an athlete.
What was your sport?
I did a lot of sports.
Yeah.
I was a figure skater for a bit.
Really? How long did you do skating for?
About 4.5 years.
Did you love it right from the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was like, I thought I was gonna go off and go into the Olympics. I was gonna be like this success story because I didn't start off young, and all like Olympians start off like babies skating. But it just wasn't like meant to be.
Because you look like a gymnast.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
I do get that a lot, yeah. And I
Gymnast.
think that came from skating because we would do on-ice, off-ice training. We do a lot of ballet, a lot of leg work.
Yes.
Because it's all in your legs. And then my other sport is track. Long jump, triple jump, and then I did the...
What's a triple jump?
Triple jump. So long jump, you're running, and then you go jump into the pit.
Yeah.
Triple jump, you're running, jump, into the jump. You jump 3 times before you hit the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
It was fun, and I liked it more than long jump.
Did you do... So the first one is on your one leg, second one's on the opposite leg, and then the third leg, and then you kick off. Did you like it?
That was my favorite sport to train, because I also did some sprints, because we'd always have like a different, like when we jump, my coach was always training me to keep my body almost like pinched together, and then trying to land on my feet, but you're always gonna land on your butt and just like
almost like an arrow though you were trying to become.
And then it was always motivating because wherever you land, like if you fell back on your hands, that's where they would mark you. Even if like your feet and your butt were up above further, they're gonna mark you on the furthest part of
where you touched.
And so it was always like whenever I would do a race or a meet, I would love to see how far I could get. Anytime I PR was like the most exciting thing in the world. And I love jumping in the rain.
And PR is personal record.
Personal record, yeah.
What else did you do in track?
I did the 4 by 200 relay, and then I did 200 meter.
What was your favorite?
Jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love jumping.
Did you always have a lot of energy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Were you a good student?
Recess, I was a good student. I mean, yeah, I was for the most part, I was a good student. I just had a lot of energy.
Right.
Anytime we'd go to recess was like my jam. Like I'd be out there running around, climbing trees, all this stuff, and then I'd come back and I'd just get super antsy. And I would break my pencil just to get up to go walk somewhere. Like I just could not sit down.
It's so funny. I started wrestling in 4th grade. It was my savior. And I still got in a lot of trouble. I still was horrible in school, right? I was always getting in trouble. But I was so hyper. I was and being outside was my comfort zone. Playing sports, kickball, whatever.
Yeah.
You
just
do?
moving. Yes. I'm still that way. Like, people come up to me like, how do you have so much energy? Like, where does this all come from? Like, I've always had it. I love
it though. I love it. Now you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
You do?
My dad actually just got married, and so we're a blended family. So we had 5 on his side, now 5 on.
Now, are the blood ones like you? Are they active?
So
and
that
physical?
goes back a little further. So my dad was actually he started out as my cousin, and I was adopted when I was 5.
Wow, I was adopted at 18 months old.
Were you?
Yeah. I was in an orphanage until I was 18 months old. So you were adopted at 5.
I was adopted, yes.
Wow.
My mom was like my total like guardian angel. Like, she was just like God's son. And so she had 2 biological kids of her own. My brother George and Nick. Nick is actually who I'm named after. That's where Nicholas comes from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He passed away when he was 18. And my mom was actually diagnosed with cancer when I was 6. And she...
How old was she?
At the time, she was late 40s. And she was like the strongest woman I knew. And I think that's where I get a lot of like my traits. Like, I'm... I try not to complain about anything, just because she would go to chemo and then come back, take me to like my figure skating. And that takes a lot out of you, like chemotherapy.
But it's here's what's so cool. You identified that. In other words, that's a very special thing to be able to do that, especially that young. And now, here's a takeaway. You need to take credit for this, okay? We're able to identify it then. In other words, gratitude, right? And I always tell people, if you're in a funk, right, the best way, the only way, the quickest way to get out of a funk is go get outside your bubble and go to the people that are begging and praying for your problems.
Yeah.
And I said, if you can't find that, let me help you. Go to a children's hospital, and that little girl at 12 years old fighting for her life for cancer, and she's the rock of the family.
Yeah.
Right? Go to a convalescent home. When you look up at the clock, their clock's over.
Yeah.
They can't get that back, right? So I love that, number one, that you were able to identify that. I got the chills. Number 2, that you kept that with you, right? Because that keeps you centered, that keeps you grateful, and that keeps you humbled, right? To do what you need to do. I love that, girl. I love that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I mean, not having all, like, there's always been like little bumps and stuff. Where
that's life. No. That's life, right? But you have the level of awareness, right, to go back to that.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, you would have never mentioned that.
Oh yeah, no.
So that's part of who you are. So take credit for that, man, because that's huge, and especially at your age.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that energy. You watched your mom go through chemo, right? And she was still there for you, 100%.
Every single day.
Right?
Yeah, always. Like, she would go to chemo, and she adopted 2 other kids too. So I had 2. So she was just like,
really?
Yeah, and she was as she was fighting cancer, as she's sick, and she continued to be a foster mom, taking care of all these other kids. So when I tell you, like, my mom was like not of this world. She was not of this world.
No.
And she just would keep giving to other people, and it taught me a lot, And she'd always tell me, like, this one thing I'll never forget. There are 2 types of people in this world. There are the people that teach you how to be, and the people who teach you how not to be. And at the time, I didn't quite understand it, because, like,
you're a little girl.
I thought, like, I want to be like you. Like, there's no other person like everyone's like you, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's nice.
Guess what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right?
And so she passed away when I was 13, which... She lived for another 7 years, which is amazing in itself, because the doctors, when she was first diagnosed, basically told her that, get your crap together, because you're not going to make it.
We have real limited time. Right?
But, and she kept fighting. She said, no, I have to be here for my kids. And so that, like, she's amazing.
What an amazing thing, though, to know that you share that DNA, that you share that, what she has, and she passed it on to you. And what a great thing that you have the wherewithal to be able to carry that torch.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that. And you have a big obligation, right? That she set for you to now carry that torch.
Yeah.
And my gut feeling, I call it my inner GPS, tells me you're going to do good. You do really good with that. When she passed, right, you were 13 years old. I was
13.
8th grade. That's a rough, that's rough.
It was, yeah. So 13 to 18 was a huge rough patch for me. I basically just kind of shut down and...
You did?
I did. And, you know, the adults that were supposed to... I went into it wasn't my quote-unquote foster home, but it was a foster home. My sister went to live with her biological family, and so I went with my sister. And at first the home was good. Like, you would walk into this home and you would think, wow, this is the perfect family. This is the American dream. Yeah. All day, 9 to 5 husband, single mom. She was also a foster mom. She would adopt all these kids. The community will come and think this woman is a saint. And you know what? The children that she had, she loved. But with me and my sister, it was a little different. It was just a little shady. There wasn't a lot of good stuff going on. But the main thing that kind of broke me was here I am, a broken, traumatized little girl who just lost the greatest thing in the entire world. Sure. And you're supposed to not take her place, but take on the role as a mom and help build me up and teach me how to be. And that's what my mom meant when she said, I mean, there's people who teach you how not to be. And so this woman, you know, she just tore me down. Like, I was so insecure about myself. I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think I was going to go anywhere. She would tell me all the time, like, she would lay out my path. She said, this is what's going to happen to you. And I had all these dreams. I want to travel. I dreamed of going to New York. And I dreamed of going to California.
Now, were you still able to play sports?
Yes.
Was that an outlet for you?
Oh my gosh.
Like, was that a savior? That was my outlet. Because that was mine.
Yes. But, you know, I'd come home and, you know, I love wearing shorts, and I'd wear shorts, and she would just look at me like, and I've always had thunder thighs. Always. And never had small thighs.
But you have an athletic build. When you said you did figure skating,
yes,
not a shock.
Yeah.
Right? The way you move, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Then you have an athletic build. So, you know, I know women like to use that term as a negative thing.
Yeah.
But
it's not.
It's absolutely not.
Totally.
So I want you to talk on that, right? Yeah. About women's perception of themselves, right? And really what it does to like young girls when they don't feel good about themselves. Because I tell people this, I speak on a lot of things. I speak on fear values. I speak on leadership. Every single one of those things map to one thing, your self-image. Because you can build it up, you can tear it down, but you cannot outperform it. But it's the truth. But it's the truth, right? So your self-image was being tore down, right, by an adult. How did you find your way out of that?
Sports definitely helped, but I just kept dreaming and thinking of my mom. Like, any decision I made in high school, is this decision going to make her proud or not proud of me? Like, I had so many opportunities to go all these different routes.
Right, yep.
You know, drugs, drinking, you know, I would take a minute and think. Always my mom would pop in my head. Just not her saying anything, just her face smiling. If she was so alive, I would never want her to see me like that, doing something like that. And so that was always a motivator. And then still dreaming, like, I am going to go. I am going to travel. I am going to see the world because I want to and I can't. I'm not going to let somebody tell me, because she would tell me, like, all these horrible things that would happen to me because I'm young. She said, you're naive, you don't know anything, the world's new to you. Of course it's new to me. I'm a 17-year-old girl that's never left Seattle. Right. You know what I mean? I stopped praying, but I just kept it to myself.
Not only that, see, my thing is, here's what I get out of that, is you might have stopped praying for praying the way you think praying is, but you didn't, right? You were still by yourself, and you were still thinking about things that you wanted to do, things that you knew you could do. So meditation is praying, right? Praying is when you sit by yourself and you think, right? But here's one of the things that I think is a huge golden nugget. Your mom, very early on, built a self-image in you, right, that couldn't be broke, right? It might have been bent. Yeah. It might have been twisted. It might have been twisted inside out, but it never broke, because you can always go back to the conditioning that she built up. And I always say the greatest gift that any adult can give any child, whether it's theirs or not, is a powerful, bulletproof self-image. Because now you're going to teach that child how to fish instead of somebody always fishing for that
They're going to teach that child how to be.
But you are living proof, right, live and in color, that when you build that conditioning early on, right, it won't be broke. It might be bent, but it won't be broke. So you're going through high school. You're figuring it out, right? You're falling down, you're getting back up. You're falling down, you're getting back up. And
then my senior year, I had lost track of my cousins on my mom's side, and I found them again through Facebook. Like, Facebook's such a blessing. People can say what they want about it, but that's how I found my family. And so I am grateful to Facebook for that. And I was messaging my cousin back and forth, like, I'm gonna come see you in California. And I was like keeping it a secret, so I was like, there's no way she was gonna let me go. I was like, I'm gonna have to like plan it, save up, I'm gonna get a job, and I'm just gonna go, you know? And come graduation, something I am grateful for about that foster family is they sent me to go see my cousins, and so very grateful for that. And when I remember coming to California for the first time, seeing my cousins, and it was just like I'm home. Like I felt loved.
At home.
I felt like it was like picking back up from where I left off. 18. Wow. Or not 18, I was 17 at that time.
On 18?
Going on 18. And then, I was here for 2 weeks, and my dad, who started off as my cousin, he had played with me when I was little all the time. Whenever I was in trouble, I'd just go to him, and he was like...
He was your safety.
He was like my safety, yeah. And so, he pulled me aside one day, and he said, I think of you as my daughter, and that just meant so much, because something I'd always prayed for was a dad. My mom was a single mom, and I would any kind of mom.
Did you know your dad?
I didn't. Okay. No. Any kind of guy friend my mom would have, I would pray, I want to be my dad. I want to be my dad, get married. And there's this one guy I thought was perfect. He's actually my social worker, and I was like, Mom, you guys gotta get married. He's like, he's already married. And for a long time, I was so mad at his wife. I was like, he's supposed to be my dad. But God had another dad planned for me. And I'd already known him my whole life. It just didn't come until I was an adult. And so, that meant so much to me, because I never had anyone tell me, besides my mom, that they wanted me. Right. You know what I mean? And that's what anybody ever wants, is to be wanted, and to be loved. And so I remember flying back to Seattle, and I was just like, I was praying, like, okay, this feels right. I don't want to live in Seattle anymore. And then all this stuff broke loose and at my foster home, and it was just like, it was time to go. It was time. And so I left on my 18th birthday.
Wow.
And it was so magic, because my dad had found a ticket last minute to California, and it was super cheap. It was just boom, boom, boom. God laid it out for us. I was on the plane on my birthday. And that's, like I said,
how excited were you?
I was so excited.
When you were on the plane, how'd you feel?
Oh, God, it was like a huge weight lifted off from my shoulders. But at the same time, I was keeping my guard. So there's any minute
too good to be true.
It's too good.
Right.
Yeah, this doesn't happen to me.
Right.
What is this? Is she gonna come on the plane and pull me out? Or the cops gonna come or something and take me back? Because she had threatened. She's like, if you go, I'm gonna call the cops on you. I'm gonna say that you're a runaway. And I was like, okay, well, you can't call runaway until it's 24 hours. So good luck with that. I'll be an adult by then. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, but it didn't feel real for a while.
Yeah.
I was always thinking,
it was more of the dream.
Yeah, it was I'm still on vacation. You know what I mean? And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm 18. This is what I'm supposed to be going to school. I'm supposed to be doing this. Supposed to be doing this. And my dad was like, just chill. You haven't been allowed to just chill. So just relax, and so I was like, okay, which is really hard for me to relax.
I know.
I'm like, I need to go. I need to do something. Yes. And so I did some nannying and stuff, and just kind of reconnected with my family, because I hadn't seen them.
So after a few months, was it what you thought it was going to be? Was it better? Was it not as much?
Living here?
Yep.
It was more than I could
even more.
Yeah. I finally have a family that loves me and supports me. But they had been there all along, you know what I mean? I had to go through those high school years of being broken down to appreciate everything else that had happened and to appreciate, my now. And I appreciate all the bad. Like, I'm not upset with my foster mom at all. I think my sister and I, we just weren't the right people to be in that home with her. She didn't understand how to love somebody who had been through so much.
Right. But,
you know what I mean?
Like your mom said, right? You learned who you didn't want to be.
Exactly.
Right? And you learned who you wanted to be before that.
Yeah.
So it's like life set you up. But what I love is you have that self-awareness and that wherewithal to understand that and break that down, and that's rare for a young girl, right? Even more, it goes back to your mom and what she created in that conditioning and that self-belief in who you are.
So let's flash forward a couple years, and I'm with this agency in LA, commercial agency in TA, and I'm doing just commercial ads, and they sent me one for an Under Armour thing, and so I had to take digitals, and I'd been working out and stuff, and we're in training, and I wasn't a personal trainer. That thought never crossed my mind, and so I was kind of pumped. I was like, okay, cool, this is an athletic thing, and this is what I want to do. I want to be, I love being an athlete model, fitness model, and so I started using social media, and posting videos, and I would post like a workout video or something, and I would tag my agency, and in my head, I was like, okay, they're gonna see this, and they're gonna send it to this company, and this casting director, and this casting director, and that's how, like, I'm gonna get started in this fitness industry. It's gonna be just a snowball. But I reached a whole nother audience than who I intended it for. Like, I was thinking it's gonna go just this way. It went the complete opposite way. I started getting all these strangers following me and messaging me and commenting, and I'm like, who are these people? What are they saying? They're like, you be a trainer. I love that workout. You motivated me to go for a run. Thank you. And it was just like, oh, you're welcome. Like, okay. But I kept doing it and sending it to my agency to get them, like, check this out. I can do this. You start to create a brand. Yeah, and I didn't realize that at the time. The people were asking, why aren't you a trainer? And I said, you kind of have to look like a trainer to be a trainer, because I was still, like, insecure about my body and still working through stuff. I didn't believe it. I was like, there's no way I could be a trainer and get other people to lose weight and be fit and be happy. Like, forget it, And so I just kept doing what I was doing, posting videos, and then I started seeing the brands. And so I was like, okay, well, I can be a motivator to people. And so I started, like, shifting away from the agency and sending it to them, but then really, like, dialing down on who was watching me and following me, and just going to that market and posting videos for them. And then I went back up to Seattle just for a trip, and I had dinner with a friend, and he was like, I've been following you, I've seen your videos, you need to be a personal trainer. And, I was like, okay, well, I'll think about it. But the seeds that have been planted, he sprouted. And so on our way back, we stopped in San Francisco, and something on my bucket list was to run across the Golden Gate Bridge. And so we were there for a week, and it was like the final full day there, and I hadn't run it yet, and I knew that if I didn't run it that day, I would never do it.
You might not
because when am I going to go back to San Francisco, So I got up like 4:50, ran from my hotel to the bridge, and then I just took off, ran the whole way down, and then coming back, I stopped about halfway. And I was looking out on the bay, and it was like so clear, which is weird because it's usually foggy, and I could see the city, and I just had like this overwhelming feeling, like I felt powerful and strong, and all this like feeling happened in like 2 minutes, and I wanted to make other people feel this way, and I wanted other people to feel as good as I felt running across this bridge. I felt every muscle. I felt the sweat dripping down my head. It just felt so good.
You just felt so in alignment.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to be a personal trainer. And then I took off and finished my run. And then when I came back to Southern California, I immediately like called up my friends that I knew were trainers. I said, where did you go through? Which program did you do? And I started researching all these different programs. So I didn't want to just settle on one thing. I wanted to find out which was the best. And I finished my certification that summer. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to like just jump into training people, because I I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
But again, that belief, right?
Yeah.
I tell people, fearless is bullshit, right? It's not about being fearless. It's about feeling that fear, but moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's either going to be your strongest propeller or your heaviest anchor.
Yeah.
So again, right, those, I'm not sure, I've never done this, right? Who's going to listen to me?
Yeah.
Right?
And that's another thing, like, I look young. I look younger than I am, and so that insecurity always pops in, like, who's going to want to train with someone that looks 16? You know, why?
But that's that self-talk.
Exactly. Yes. And that's, I had to learn to, like, shut that off and stuff. Right. Okay. And so I trained my dad to get a little bit of experience, and then I just felt ready. And I was applying to all these jobs, and I live next to 24-hour fitness, so I was like, this would be perfect. I could walk there, I could train there, you know, it was a perfect setup. And so, and I didn't care. I just wanted to train people. I just wanted to just help people. Yeah. Right. I didn't care where I was. And so I get there and I get an interview and I go, and it's just like, I hit it out of the park. Like, it was the best interview I'd ever had, you know, and even though I didn't have like that great of a resume, but I was still like confident in myself as a trainer. And I knew that, you know, if it was supposed to be, then I would get the job. No problem. No doubt. But if it wasn't, then that just means that there was something else that God had in store for me. And so I tried not to get too excited, even though for a while I thought, I'm going to get this job. There's no way I'm not. And I went in for a second interview, same thing, hit it off. It was a great talk. Then I didn't get it, and I wasn't upset. You know, I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to keep training I was at the time training for a half marathon.
But when you found out you didn't get it, how was your initial feeling?
Honestly, it was just, I wasn't sad. I was just like, okay, what's next? Okay. And I had the marathon. Okay, I'm gonna do this then. Okay. You know, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep posting the videos because that's what I'm doing before, motivating others to get up and move because that's what I'm about. Okay. I don't care like how much weight you want to lose as long as you're moving. And I fell out of love with running. It just became like a chore, like something I had to do. Like I was setting up scheduled times to run, how far I'm gonna go. It just wasn't fun anymore. And then one day I was sitting on my couch and I just had this feeling like, try again. Look again for a personal training job. And I sat there and prayed for a little bit and I said, you know, if you want me to train, I think I'm ready. But if you don't think I'm ready, that's totally fine, God. I'll finish doing this marathon. But help me love running a little more.
Or something, right?
Yes, give me some kind of sign. And so I get on my computer, I type in personal training jobs in Temecula. And the first thing that popped up was P3 Fitness, which is weird because I live next to 24, and Google would like pick up on location, and I'll get like 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, Gold's Gym, or EOS, or whatever gym is nearby. Never like a small little box gym, you know what I mean? And so I clicked on the website, and it was like super cute. I was like, oh, I love this website. And so I looked at like what P was all about, and she did HIIT training, which is what I was doing. Like, oh, this is awesome. I emailed Holly right away, sent in my little pathetic resume, and I'm like praying to God, like, please let this not be an issue because I don't have any personal training experience. I just have nanny experience. I mentioned that I did track and cross country. I think I put in like some of the links from like my YouTube videos, hoping that was enough, you know? And then a couple hours later, Holly called me, and we talked for like close to 2 hours, and it was pretty late, and she asked me how I felt about mornings, and I really wanted the job, so I was like, I love mornings.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah, I'm up anyway. She's like, how does 5:45 sound? I'm like, I'm up at 4. Okay, yeah, totally. Let's do it. You know, and so I come in the next morning and I meet with Priscilla, and immediately, like, I walk in and it literally felt like I was working out in my living room.
And is that the most?
Oh my God!
Is that the warmest energy she has?
Yes.
I mean, it lived. Honestly, I already go back to the first time I walked in the door, and she came over and had the warmest smile.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. I just remember. Yeah. She's so warm. So when you're walking in, right, you had to just be like, oh.
It just like puzzle pieces clicked, you know? And then, so she put me through the workout, and then we talked a little bit, and then I came back the next day for another interview with her and Holly, and it was like, it was more comfortable than the at the 24-hour fitness. It was like this. It was just like this talking. It was like we're not even talking like business. We're just having conversation.
Now, how long ago?
This was in October of last year.
Okay.
And so I started shadowing, and she's like, I'm gonna put you on a 30-day probation period. And so I was like, okay. And every day I would pray like, I love all these clients. They're so awesome. I want to be here. And then, you know, she's like, I want to take you on as a trainer. And so just from then, she's been my mentor.
What are some really aha moments for you? What kind of growth things have you experienced in this year?
A lot of like within me, like self.
That's what I mean. So give us some good stuff.
Okay. I'm 100% more confident in my training and in myself, and being able to go to someone and give them help and show them, you know, a modification for an exercise. Whereas before, I'd get in my head, like, why would they ask me? I look, you know.
Now you feel like you're bringing real value.
Now I know that what I have to offer is valuable.
Yes.
You know, and so now even when I do videos, I'm more confident talking to a camera and just giving more value to people.
Right.
I'm more confident in speaking to people. Whereas before I kind of like hide back and not. You can talk more. You lead the conversation. I'll just be here and then like maybe poke my head in a little bit. But now.
You take charge.
I'm going to tell you how, I'll tell you what's up. And if you know, and now I have clients coming to me asking me, you know, what do you think about this product? And before I've been like, you know, maybe ask P, or maybe like look it up or something. But now I'm like, I'm confident in myself that I can give her a yes or no answer.
I mean, that right there is everything, right? Mm-hmm. It's building that self-image. And here's one thing that I want people to understand. Everything that you've got in this last year and building that self-image, knowing who you are, coming into your own, is you can't get that in a classroom. Mm-mm. You have to get that in real life, right? Yeah. And by taking those steps, you didn't see the whole staircase. Mm-hmm. You just knew what your next step was going to be, and you took it, and then you took it, and then you took it. And I always say, massive effective action becomes magical. Yeah. The people and the circumstances come into your life to make it happen. And while you were praying for one thing and moving, she was praying for the same thing and moving. And then all of a sudden, I call it the universe just starts to blend. You know, and magic happens. Where do you see yourself going? What do you got going?
You know, I see us expanding and maybe having another gem, or I see myself still with P3 in some way. My passion is working with kids, specifically foster kids. As a foster kid, I felt like nobody cares about me.
And always an outsider.
Always.
Right? Always an outsider.
Everything's always better for somebody else. Like this anything that's good is always gonna when are you gonna pull the rug out from under me, because there's no way that this can be good for me. It's not in the cards for me.
It's just a horrible
feeling. It is. And there's the kids in the foster care system feel that way all the time. They need to be loved, and they need to know that they are worthy. And that was my big thing, is I didn't know my worth. When I was 18, I would have never thought I was worthy of this, of being able to sit with you and have a conversation.
Well, but think about this, right? Even a year ago, look at the growth you've made in a year, because you were willing to break through those fear barriers, right? You were willing to keep moving forward. And I always say the fear barriers are our biggest bully. I want to teach you how to get as much money back from that bully, and that's what you did, right?
Yeah, progress happens in the uncomfortable. You have to let yourself do it. And I tell my clients that, yes, it's burning. You want to stop. But once you push past it, that's when the magic happens. That's when you see it, and that's when you start feeling good. So just let it be uncomfortable for just a minute, and then see what beautiful thing comes from it. You know what I mean?
Struggle your strength all day long. So you see yourself working with P3 and P3, and then do you see yourself staying in this industry?
Oh, for sure. I didn't want to go straight into college, because I thought, what's the point of dropping all this money on something that I probably won't even love, or settle for something, and then changing my major and all this stuff, and I just wasn't ready to do that.
Now, if you can share that with those foster kids, right? Stand on their own 2 feet, know who you are, know what you want, know what you don't want. And again, I believe, just from listening to this story, that you were given that by your mom.
Yeah.
And now it's an obligation, right?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
No, I feel pretty blessed.
Girl, I love it. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you want to share?
You know, I'd love to talk about P3.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a lot of new things happening at P3 Fitness.
Okay.
One thing that I want to talk about is we just started this new Mind Fit Bible study that we do every Monday night.
Mind Fit Bible study. Break that down.
The Lane Wilkins and Priscilla actually came up with it, and it's basically a study of why we do what we do, why we go for emotional eating. It's all the psychology behind it. There's a deeper meaning to it other than, you know, it tastes good.
Yes.
And it's just breaking it down. We've only had 2 so far, but what I love is we have, you know, accountability partners. And my accountability partner is actually Priscilla's sister, Cindy, and she's amazing. And I haven't been good on my water, and so every now and again she'll text me a little water symbol. It's a 6-week program. I know we just started it.
So is it something that somebody signs up for? Mm-hmm. How does that work?
So you can go onto our website. It's going to go on for another 4 weeks, but then I'm sure we're going to do it again another time. So you definitely want to jump in on it. So we have all these challenges going on at P3 Fitness that you can come on. We have a 28-day challenge, which is a really great Kickstarter program. If you're not ready to fully commit to, you know, a package here, or you just need something for a short period of time while you're here. With that, you get unlimited workouts here, and then you also get a nutritional plan, and we text you every day. With all our clients, we'll send our clients texts just motivating them, or whatever their goals are. We try to send them something matching their goal, their specific need. And then we do weekly homework. Every Monday I'll post a really, really simple homework. You don't need any equipment, because I know a lot of people, especially single moms, it's hard for people to leave the house, leave their kids.
So you'll give them a workout to do at home?
I'll give them a workout that they can do at home. They don't need any equipment, and it's going to take them no more than 10 minutes long.
10 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
And
Anyone
no weights?
10 minutes.
That
no
means
weights, just
you know
body.
What we call that? We call that the excuse crusher.
The excuse,
right?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call it on YouTube.
Because listen, if you're going to come at me now that you can't do that, I don't even want to hear it.
And there's modifications. You can't do a plank. You can't do a military push-up. You know, there's get on your knees.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's so many things you can do. You can't do a squat. Get a chair. Squat to the chair.
How bad do you want it?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Exactly. It is. It's how bad do you want it?
And so when they're training with you, can they text you? Can they reach out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they can text us anytime. Like, hey, send me a workout, or I need.
Or what can I do? I can't do a push-up, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then even here, like, we go through the workouts, and I tell our clients, you know, just because we have a set workout, if you come to me and you say, Cierra, we hit our legs really hard the other day, I'm not feeling these lunges, we'll change it. Okay. We'll make the workout work for you, because the whole thing about this gym and who we are is work out because you love your body, not because you hate it. Workouts should be fun. It shouldn't feel like work. So if there's ever a point where a client is not loving their workout, I want them to tell me, because we'll change and do whatever they want to specifically work on.
I love that quote. Work out because you love your body.
Not because you hate it.
Because
and there's so many people
that's awesome.
That's why they work out. Right. You know, they work out because, oh my God, I ate this chocolate cake. I have to go run 5 miles to burn it off. People are in this thing where they have to burn off everything.
And it's a torture form.
It's a torture instead of just working out because it feels good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, take a minute when you're working out to just appreciate the fact that you can work out.
Oh my God.
You know?
Girl, I just did a video. There's times where I'm up at 4:30, and then I get to the gym at 5:30, quarter to 6, right? There's 9, I counted, 9 handicap spots. Every morning, these things are filled. When I look, there's monster trucks, there's lifted Jeeps. So, first of all, it doesn't take much to get a handicap sticker, number one. Number two, when I look around that gym, I didn't see, I know one guy personally that's in a wheelchair, right, and legitimately needs that spot, right? But the majority of those spots are only there because it's convenient and they were able to get a sticker. Here's the thing, like I had a real bad motorcycle accident years ago and could have died or been paralyzed. And I love what you said because I say it all the time. Park far away because you have the ability right, and the gift to walk there. Can you imagine if that was taken away from you?
People don't appreciate it until it is taken away.
Exactly.
And then, you know, that
and then sometimes it's too late, right? Sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
So I love that you're there. The gift that you could give people just with that mindset is, so what I used to do when I was younger, when I had my sports nutrition store, you get to know everything, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like their bartender, their hairdresser, and, you know, I know more stuff than I even wanted to know, right?
Yeah.
So I knew the ones that would come in and they complain and bitch and moan. Well, I give to St. Jude and Make-A-Wish, so they'll give me cards each month and give me updates on kids. And I put them underneath, you know, they register and put them over here, read them, and I keep them. And I knew the ones that, oh, yeah, he comes, right? Like, bitch, like, and I'd set them up, and I'd say, hey, how's it going? How's everything? Oh my God, it sucks. It's this and that.
Yeah.
I go, you know, it could be worse. What do you mean it could be worse? So I take the card, I go, look at this little girl. She's fighting for her life. And then I'm either get one or two responses. Either, oh man, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
Right? Or, that's not right, that's not fair, because that's, you know, like, they're still, they're still giving me bullshit excuses, right? But I had to do that because it's so amazing. So many people out there are praying for your problems, you know, and if you can get outside your bubble, you will get out of your funk. But yeah, so I
love it. Outside your bubble, you get out of your funk.
You do, and that's the truth. And you know, you have those foster kids. They want something different. They want something better. They're praying for something better. Then you have kids that have whatever they need, and they're not happy.
They want more.
This is life, right? This is life. So, again, you were given an amazing gift by your mom. Amazing, amazing young lady. And I can't wait to see how things go for you because it's gonna be epic.
Yeah,
it's gonna be epic.
I'm excited.
No, I can feel it. I can feel it. It's gonna be epic. So we end the show the same way.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and you look nervous. That's good.
Okay.
Because you understand, right? The dynamic duo. You know about the dynamic duo?
Dynamic duo.
So the dynamic duo in life. Remember this.
Okay.
Whenever it scares you and excites you at the same time, it's big enough.
Okay.
And when it doesn't, stop what you're doing, go back and find that
there you go.
That scares you and excites you at the same time, right? Remember when you were on that plane and you were like, holy shit, it's gotta be too good to be true. They're gonna take me off, but I'm so excited. But oh my God, I'm scared to death. But I'm so excited, but I'm scared to death. Right? When you walked in here, I'm not a trainer. I'm scared to death, but I'm so excited. That's life. That's life 101, and that's what you always want to strive for because your journey is so quick, right? And you don't know when that's over. So when you can grab that dynamic duo, you got it. So I'm a big believer, right, that we can only be in one state of mind at a time. So if you're in that victim state, at that moment, there's zero room for gratitude. You agree?
I agree with that.
So life always makes the rules. We don't make the rules, and life right now asks the questions. And life right now is asking you, Cierra, if you could, for the rest of your life, be in a zone, and you can either purr like a kitten or roar like a lion, what would you do?
I would roar like a lion.
I love it. So we're going to take this out Monster Motivator style, and it's called the Monster Motivator. You ready?
I'm ready.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Yeah!
Girl, I love it. Awesome.